For over 60 years, United Way of Columbia and Montour counties has been an integral part of our community. Our Day of Giving is a day to gather, kick off our campaign, and share some community wins. The campaign is the driving force of the United Way of Columbia and Montour counties. It provides so many people with the opportunity to give back, to help fund programs, and provide resources to our incredible, hardworking partner agencies.
We proudly
partner with 26 local nonprofits in the areas of health, education, and financial stability as they devote their time, talents, and passions to caring and supporting the people of our region. The root causes of different issues faced by our community are interconnected and complex. For example, those facing homelessness or struggling with behavioral or mental health issues may lose their homes, making their children miss school and fall behind, trapping the next generation in a toxic cycle of poverty. Together, we identified 4 main areas of impact that encompass the various issues we face as a community.
Basic and emergency needs, education and mentorship, health and wellness, and
United in Recovery.
At United Way of Columbia and Montour counties, we make sure that every dollar is accounted for and used responsibly. Beside the dues we pay to be a United Way, your dollars stay in this community unless you specifically ask us to send them elsewhere. We know you want to see the impact of your donation, and this morning you are going to hear from some of our program coordinators and partner agencies about their work in the areas of basic by funding programs that give equitable opportunity for everyone to lead a life of stability. This area of impact includes resources and programs designed to help people with childcare and early education, disaster relief and assistance, emergency financial assistance, emergency and transitional housing, financial subsidies, free internet access, free tax preparation, and transportation. Join us as we share with you more about the United Way of Columbia and Montour counties, our campaign, our goal for 2021 and 2022, and how you can get involved. It is going to take all of us to ensure that the people of our community will receive the care, assistance, and support they deserve.
Hello and welcome. Oh boy. It felt like a Monday morning there, folks. It definitely did. We had to do a hard restart on the back end, which I wish they would have told us about 38 minutes ago, but it's okay. We're here. We're a little late. We hope you got your coffee. I don't think I need any because my adrenaline's definitely running. So I'm very excited to be here with everyone on our Day of Giving. We are definitely getting things started off with a bang, but I wanted to kick things off right and introduce you to the first ever matching gift donor that we have for this event. We are thrilled to welcome Colleen from Service First Federal Credit Union.
As Danielle said, my name is Colleen Snover. I am actually a board member for the United Way and also the Vice President of Training and Development for Service First. And we are so excited to be the first matching donor for today's Day of Giving. So for every dollar donated up to $1,500, we will match the donation dollar for dollar. One of the core values at Service First is to support community and to actively participate in charitable activities and in organizations that make our communities stronger. And when I think about organizations that have the most impact in our local community, I think of the United Way. My personal passion is financial education. In my banking background, I've had a lot of different positions, but primarily lending and specifically mortgage lending. The most memorable loans that I've done are not the $1 million mansions. It's the single mom, cafeteria worker with a 500 credit score who I taught how to budget and improve her score so that she could realize her dream of actually owning her first home. One of the things that drew me to Service First was the focus on people helping people and educating our community on financial literacy. So many people in our community feel helpless and like they can't get back on track to reach their financial goals. I actually met Adrian many years ago at a downtown networking mixer, and we were talking about the need to help people understand credit and budgeting. And for those of you that know Adrian, in typical Adrian style, her wheels got turning, and she suggested that we start doing some free seminars for people and kind of bribe them with food to get them to come and learn more about credit and budgeting. And quite honestly, it's that perfect fit that is one of the reasons I chose to be on the board for the United Way. And one of the reasons that Service First is so happy to work with the United Way and help sponsor and be a matching donor for today. When we talk about making connections in the community between those in need and those able to assist, no one does it better than the United Way, both through their own programs and also supporting so many wonderful partner agencies. So we're just super happy. We have been a corporate sponsor of the United Way for a long time, but we're excited to be that matching donor to help make our communities stronger and healthier. United Way fights for health, education, and financial stability of every person in our community. And at Service First, we have that same social purpose of people helping people. So we love to work with the United Way and help people meet their financial needs in our community. We also have approximately 25 certified financial counselors on staff that provide free financial education and financial checkups to anyone in our community. And I think there's a link in the chat if anyone is interested in looking at those free financial education resources or signing up for a free financial checkup. Again, we're just so excited to be here and to be able to match the donations today.
Thank you so much, Colleen. Sorry, I was panicking again because I couldn't get the stuff to click off. Oh, the joy of live stream. Man, it's real, folks. It's absolutely real. I'm actually in the process of trying to add the link, Colleen, to the text box. If you're able to see it on your end and have the capacity and would be able to do that, that would be great. I would love to ask you to do that for me on my behalf. I'm not quite seeing it. So the next thing up is actually we're going to, thanks, Liz. We're going to invite Adrienne to join us, and she's going to be sharing about our United Way programs. So thank you, Colleen, again. And I loved everything that you shared about how our core values align. And I'm just thrilled that you get to be our first matching gift donor. So thank you for everything. So Adrienne should be joining us in just a minute. Hi, Adrienne.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine.
Awesome. And Danielle, I don't know if you've taken a look, but I think that we've hit that $1,500 match already. So thank you to everyone who got up early and donated. It's so exciting.
Oh, whoa. That is really exciting. Oh my gosh, we might have to be rolling out that stretch goal.
We might just have to. Thank you, everybody who's donated already. And so I wanted to share just a little bit this morning about basic and emergency needs, and just kind of specifically about the revolving car loan. And actually, I think that the way that the revolving car loan came about is a really great example of just what it is United Way does in the community. So we know that one of the biggest needs when it comes to basic and emergency needs, probably a little behind, of course, making sure that people have roofs over their head and adequate safe housing. But one of the other big needs is transportation. Because we don't have public transportation, making sure that individuals who need to get to work have cars that are safe, can get, their kids to care, and then can get them to work is really important. So a number of years ago, we identified transportation as one of the biggest issues. And then, of course, what we do is work with partners in the community who can help us meet the need. So we've got a great revolving car loan committee of other human service workers and a local bank. And what we are now able to do is for individuals who need to get to work but don't have that car, they are able to get a low interest loan from a local bank. It's their own loan. They're building credit as they're paying back that loan. The committee reviews all of the applications, and because it's made up of human service workers, oftentimes we've already worked, or someone in the committee has already worked with the individual. So we're strengthening that relationship, making sure they don't have other needs that we can help meet at the same time. And we're able to get people on the road to work, which of course just helps when they have, any income, really helps to strengthen them as an overall individual. So far we have put 25 individuals into loans, which is no longer a pilot, which is probably my favorite part. It's really a strong program. Because it's a revolving car loan, all of the money that individuals pay back on those loans comes back into the account so we can put more and more people on the road. So it's great because anytime you donate to that program, that money just continues to rotate through the program. So we're very proud of that program. We're very proud of looking at needs and then bringing community partners and other organizations together to help meet those needs. And the revolving car loan is definitely one of our success programs. So Danielle, I think we have a little video about it.
Yes, we do. Just one moment. I'm just going to go with the very next thing, which is that we're going to just have you keep talking about the VITA program, because there are certain things that are working today and certain things that are not, and we're just rolling with it. So I'm going to go ahead and let you talk about VITA.
Great. And I love to talk, so that's perfect. So another program that actually, right as I was coming into the United Way, so 6 years ago, that was kind of in danger was the volunteer tax program. It used to be run by another organization. They were not able to do the program any longer, and somehow it got to my office that this volunteer tax program that provides free tax service to anyone in our community was not going to run anymore. And I said, hey, doesn't that serve hundreds of people? And that's going to leave all of these individuals who previously didn't have to pay for taxes, which is actually a really big deal for individuals. Now they're going to have to go find somewhere to get their taxes done. That I don't like to hear that. So we really scrambled, and thank goodness Berwick Area United Way runs an incredibly strong program and really helped us through, because I know nothing about taxes. And so that was 6 years ago. So now we have, an incredibly strong free tax program. And this year in particular, the Berwick Area United Way was able to get an amazing IRS grant. We now completely partner with them on the tax program, and they were so generous as to extend some of that tax grant money to us. So we are going to be able to have a even stronger program because of that money than we ever have before. So please, if you are interested in getting your taxes done for free, it will be all over our website. And we are hoping that nobody has to pay for taxes in our area. So if you feel like you just can't pay for those taxes, come on over to us. It's going to be a great program.
Thank you so much, Adrienne. And yeah, that's definitely a big win for us. So I'm really happy about that. I did think that for a moment there, I got yes, I did. I got the revolving car loan video to work. So we're going to watch that now. Yay! So, Adrian, thank you again for sharing about our incredible programs and being sure, like, I love that we have such a great update to share from last year's Day of Giving to this year's Day of Giving. It just shows that we're always like moving and grooving, making sure we're making action and taking action in the community and progressing all of these programs forward. So I'm just really happy that we get to report such a great update from last year to this year. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for everyone that is on and has donated. This is a really great job, Danielle. Great day.
Oh, I was saying slightly delayed, but here nonetheless. All right. Thank you, Adrian. We will definitely be seeing you in one of our later segments. So I'm going to sign off with you and say thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone, I would also love to take this opportunity to tell you about the different impact levels that you can give in today's program. One of our impact levels is a $50 level. You can give the gift of food. It'll provide a family of 4 with a month's worth of nutritious meals. The link should have populated chat. And if you are feeling so compelled to contribute to our basic and emergency needs, please do so now. And thank you so much. I'm actually going to take a moment to share a partner video from Beyond Violence. They are one of our shelters in the Berwick area, and they are going to do a quick offer us a quick virtual tour. So just one moment, and here we
When people think of shelter, they usually think of a big gym with cots right on top of one another. Beyond Violence is not that way.
At Beyond Violence, we pride ourselves in making sure our residents feel at home and comfortable. Our shelter is a place where survivors can find safety and begin to plan for a brighter, healthier, nonviolent future. For the complete safety of our families, we have 14 security cameras and 24/7 locked doors. A lot of the women come to us with nothing but the clothes on their backs. With donations from our community, we are able to provide them with access to basic necessities.
When women come into the shelter, their minds are spinning a mile a minute. Instead of doing paperwork right off the bat, we help them get settled in. We let them know they don't have to go through this alone.
Empowerment is critical for women leaving a domestic violence situation.
Helping them fill out job applications, teaching them how to budget, and working through traumatic experiences is the first step.
When kids stay in our shelter, it becomes their home and they don't want to leave.
We provide free counseling for children staying at the shelter, as well as children in the community that have been affected by domestic violence and sexual assault.
Often, our residents will be hanging out in the kitchen area, hanging out around the kitchen table, making new friends, and realizing that they're not the only one.
They have access to donated items in our food pantry to cook and eat as they please.
Beyond Violence, how may I help you? And are you safe right now?
So we are not just 4 walls and stacked cots. We have 9 bedrooms and plenty of room to make everyone feel at home. Beyond Violence is a safe place to start over, minus the violence. Our staff all have very big hearts and love to celebrate goals met with our families.
Well, that is definitely one of our incredible Beyond Violence partner agencies. Their mission is to ensure that people can escape violence and abuse and have a safe place to recover and also to rebuild their lives. So we're so proud to partner with them, and the work that they are doing within the community, especially in the areas of basic and emergency needs, is so valuable. So we're so happy and proud of being working alongside of them and seeing their passion and their expertise be put to use. So I'm super excited. This is what we've been waiting for. We're going to be going live at Agape. Thank you guys for holding on. We were slightly delayed, but we're going to go live now with Jaden and Eileen. Jaden, do you want to get Eileen on the... Okay, Eileen, we are ready for you. We are live with Eileen. Hi, Eileen.
Hi, Adrian. Thank you very much for inviting us to participate in this stream. United Way is such a great partner with us, and we can talk about all sorts of things. But I wanted to show you a little bit about our warehouse. We're going to move from this building to a new building. We're going from 16,000 square feet to 100,000 square feet. So we are preparing for a move. So it's not quite like it should be, but it'll give you an idea. This is our clothing section, which will be much bigger in the new building. As we go this way, this is the major storehouse. This is food in preparation for Fresh Express emergency food. Whoever needs food, we can do this, but we're preparing for Fresh Express tomorrow. Every Thursday, we distribute to about 400 families. This is the furniture area. We have all sorts of household goods on this area, and as well down here with more food, as well as mattresses and heating, space heaters and air conditioners and things that you sort of necessities to support our low income. This is our receiving area, and as you can see, we just got a real nice donation of dryers, and we never know what we're going to get, but we try to fit it in a small space, and we're just excited about going down to the bigger building. And
so Eileen, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I would like to ask you a few questions, if that's all right.
Well, I think it would be better if we went into my office. It would be a little bit quieter.
Yeah.
And if we'll go through what we call the hospitality and front desk area, where clients will check in and say what kind of help they need.
Oh, this is so fun.
You'll be talking to Abby a little bit later. Abby is our Director of Outreach and Development. And we're going to go into my office.
I love the beautiful purple colors. Is that a favorite color of yours, Eileen?
Purple and white are our colors. We chose purple because that's royalty, and we believe that Jesus Christ is the royal person in our lives.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for that beautiful tour of the warehouse. It's amazing the capacity that you guys have there. And what's even...
Well, it's a little bit small now. We've outgrown it big time, so...
That is a good, I think, a good thing, but also a challenge to have to move house. So So I have a few questions for you that we were interested in hearing your thoughts on. What word best sums up you and the vision of Agape?
I guess fulfilling the words of Christ in Matthew 25, and that is to help those who are in need. That's a sort of general description of it, but we just know that there's so many people in need, and particularly through the pandemic, we're probably going to get a lot more. The problem is their issues are a little bit more different as well as more complicated than we've had in the past because of so much mental health issues.
Yes, that's definitely something that's become a very cause for concern with the pandemic. We've also been hearing a lot about mental health struggles and are working, actually, that's one of our initiatives. So we are working to improve access for our community, and we'll talk more about that later. I would also like to ask, what would the world look like if you realized your vision? Who would benefit and who would suffer? Like, meaning, I think all too often we think about who would benefit, but like, what do we stand to lose if you guys don't exist in the world?
Well, I don't know how many times we've heard over the last 13 years, what would the community do without Agape? And what we're here for and why it was created was to fill in the gaps so no one falls through the cracks. And there are so many regulations out there that nonprofits have to abide by and the government has to abide by, that we don't have those kind of regulations. And so if somebody is ineligible for something, for whatever reason, they can come to Agape, and we're flexible enough that we can probably fill in that gap in their lives. And nobody was doing that before. It caused a lot of people going from, say, church to organization at time. And then there was some abuse going on too, asking for the same thing. So Agape has tried to coordinate with all the agencies and the churches to have them come to Agape if they can't help, or to make sure that what they give is needed and not an abuse of just going around asking for money. The thing that we really are striving for is to try to go over their finances, show them a budget, try to get them to understand how to spend their money. But to be quite frank, most of them make so much less in income than they have on the expenses. And we're finding that more and more. Before the pandemic, it was $200 to $300 a month that they were short in income. And right now, it looks like it's going up. We're not sure yet. We don't have the figures to say anything at this point in time, but it appears that the income, despite all the help that they've gotten because of the pandemic, it's still going to be high. And to some extent, the money has been misused. The extra money.
Yeah. That's sad. I think that financial literacy, as Colleen had mentioned earlier, is definitely something that aligns with our core values, and why I love that Service First has financial literacy courses available to people in our community. So hoping that we can, that's one of the great things too about the United Way Network, is that it is a network, and that's why you're such a strategic partner. And I know you're a rather new partner. You joined us in 2020, I think was your first official year with us, or was it 2019?
I think that was the first time we were eligible.
Yeah.
But we joined as soon as we could.
Yes. And we're so happy you're here.
Well, we're happy to be part of you too.
So my next question is, when do you find that you're fully yourself? We all have moments and places where we come alive. What and where are yours?
I guess just serving the people of our community, and just being fulfilled that I'm more than retirement age, and I don't know what I'd do with myself if I didn't come to Agape. and it's just great to meet people of all diversities, I guess you would say. We serve anyone who comes in. That doesn't mean everybody may leave with what they need or what they want due to certain circumstances, but we try to help all those who come in and sometimes identify the need that they really need rather than what they think they need. And they see that when we go over the budget. And I think that's a fulfilling thing for me to see that we can do that, that's what Agape 13 years ago was founded on, was to help and try to teach and hope for establishing self-sufficiency for our clients. And we've had some really great successes. We've had failures, and sometimes we don't even know whether we've succeeded or not.
Yeah, the trying to gather all that information is always a challenge, but I think that's why those personal testimonies and are so impactful. I think I have one more question for you before we have the opportunity to go visit Carla at the new location, which is so thrilling. What would you say is special about or unique about your partnership with United Way? Why does this partnership make sense?
Well, it's one of the agencies we've always dealt with, regardless of whether we were a member or not. But I think this part right now that United Way is playing to help the homeless. We have tried and tried and tried through the Housing Task Force and Agape itself, trying to find a way to help the homeless. Rentals are unbelievable as far as expenses are concerned. Hotels are out of sight right now. And so United Way can take on bigger issues, the big issue, rather than just on a individual basis. And I think that is one of the things that the United Way can do, is to concentrate on the big issues, and we partner with them to help give the individual requirements or the needs that are out there. And we wouldn't be where we are in trying to progress on homeless if it weren't for the United Way. And there are so many of our clients right now that we don't know where to house them. I mean, it's just almost impossible. So we really appreciate that partnership and everybody getting together and saying, here's the problem, here's how many, and we don't see them on the streets, but they're there. And it's hard to recognize that because it's not a big city. You don't see them on the steam heaters and radiators and that in the cities, or cardboard box shelters. So it's hard to get people's attention that we do have it here in our rural area.
Yeah, I believe that there's definitely been some traction behind the scenes in that area, but I'll let Adrienne kind of speak to that when she joins us later. Well, Eileen, thank you so much for the tour, for answering our questions, and most importantly, for the work that you and everyone at Agape does. It really is invaluable to our community, and it really is the hands of God, like working in our community. So thank you for your helping hands, and thank you for all that you do. We're proud to be your partners.
We really appreciate the partnership, and it's going to be an exciting next couple of years to improve on that partnership and to help whenever we can. So thank you again.
Thank you. So I'm going to actually say goodbye, Eileen, and we're going to say, go ahead, say bye.
All right.
Thank you, Eileen.
Take care. God bless.
And now we're actually going to go to Carla. Oops. Hi, Bree. Hi, Carla.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, I love your pink hair.
Thank you. It used to be purple, but we're going with the times. So I want to welcome you to our new building. And right here, we're standing in the very front office where our clients will come in and be greeted by our staff to help them fill out the paperwork so that we can actually figure out what their needs are and how we can best help them. And over here, We're not going to go through the whole office because let's be honest, the exciting part is on the other side of the office. Over here, we'll have a selected waiting room for our clients to wait, as well as having computer access to look for jobs, to fill out more forms, and anything we can help them meet their needs. And then over here behind me is where our caseworkers are going to meet with our clients one-on-one to truly assess what their needs are and how we can help them be filled and help them so that in the future, they're more self-sufficient. So through the magic door here, we're going to go to my favorite place to go, especially as you looked over at the other building, how congested everything was, how crazy everything was. And this first part of this building is going to be all food. It's about 40,000 square feet. And as you saw in the other building, where it comes to about 2 to 3 aisles, this entire warehouse side will be food. So that right here where I'm standing, we can serve our community meals. We can serve up to 100 clients at a time. And we can also start some classes to help them learn how to get out of poverty, as well as having community groups meet here, including 12-step programs and ministries that help children.
Wow, that's incredible.
So over here further, you have to use your imagination because it's a...
Yeah, we did.
We had this in our tech rehearsal. They hit a certain spot in the warehouse where their connectivity is a little spotty. So Bree will join us in just a moment as she transfers over to her network. So she should be joining us back here in just a moment, and then we'll continue the tour. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm so interested to hear from Carla how much capacity has been increased in their new building. I know that is they said like they've outgrown their old space, so this move is sorely needed, has been needed for many years now. So I know everyone's very excited. They also had mentioned that they were in the process of still moving in. So they were like, please excuse our boxes. And I was like, don't you worry. We are absolutely not worried about the boxes. We're so excited to see the new space. So Bree is actually back with us. Oh, she was with us. Now she, here she is. And here we go.
Okay, welcome back to the new building. And as you see, I'm not in the building anymore. One of the best parts of this property, and there's many, is this giant parking lot. And that those that visit us over at our other building, parking is not a good thing for us. On Thursdays, a Grateful Church lets us use their parking lot to set up for our distribution. That will now be in our back parking lot. And as we keep walking to the edge of our building, you can get an idea of exactly how large this parking lot is so that we can serve the approximately 500 families that come every week to us for food.
That just looks so incredible. That is like such a big difference. And I'm sure you guys are going to be relieved that you don't have to deal with all of the traffic concerns anymore.
Okay, so the other half of the building, because obviously 40,000 doesn't add up to 100,000, is where all of our furniture, our pets, and our clothing will be housed. Our current building could fit inside this building about 5 times over. So to be able to accept good use furniture for those that are trying to start over, for fire victims, for disaster victims, as well as disasters if they happen. We do live in Bloomsburg. Floods happen, so we can be prepared for those. In addition, in our new clothing department, we'll be also setting up for children's clothing and babies' clothing so that we can meet the needs of the entire family when we have our giveaways. So that is basically our entire building. We are looking forward to serving our community soon in the next year. As soon as we get all this construction done, this building will be full.
Wow, thank you so much, Carla. I cannot believe that your old building can fit in there 5 times over. That's incredible. I can't wait to see all of those, the many uses that you mentioned and all of the new things that are going to be possible because of this new building. I know that the impact is going to be incredible for the community, and we're so thrilled and excited. And thank you for letting us feature your new building on our Day of Giving. So I'm actually going to head back over. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Bree. I'm going to head back over to Jaden. She's going to be having us chat with Abby. She's ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Abby in. Hi, Abby.
Hi, Danielle. Good morning, everyone. My name is Abby Morrison, and I'm the Director of Outreach and Development here at Agape. I just wanted to thank everyone for tuning in this morning, and I would like to thank the United Way for their partnership with us. I have a couple of updates pertaining to the move to the new space. We are always in need of volunteers. First, to pack this building up, and then to move everything and unload at different times in the new space. So we are always in need of volunteers, and especially right now as we begin to transition, we don't have a final move date yet, but if volunteers are interested, they can call the office at 570-317-2210. And we are always in need of monetary support as well. As Carla mentioned, we have many renovations to complete still over at Railroad Street. And so the community's support is always appreciated.
That's incredible. Thank you, Abby. We are going to try to do a Q&A with the audience at the moment. Everyone who's watching, do you guys have any questions for Abby or the folks at Agape about their new building or anything that they've shared? I'd love, we will also send out across our social media channels a volunteer sign up link so that if you're interested in signing up to help Agape with their move, you can do so. We'll make sure to publish that after this live stream. So does anybody have any questions in the chat box? I'll get things rolling. What would you say, Abby, is the biggest achievement for Agape from the past year?
I believe, Danielle, that it is the capital campaign that we've undertaken in the last year to raise the money to purchase and to begin to renovate Railroad Street. And we're so blessed by the community's involvement and the community's blessing over this project.
That's great. And you mentioned the number of how others can contribute to your organization, both by volunteering and through donations.
Yes.
What would you say, where does your passion for this work come from?
I have always worked in the nonprofit sector, Danielle, and I truly, I can't say that enough, love the community that I have been raised in. And I've loved growing up here, and I think that's a huge part of my passion. And I love helping other people through my work.
Oh, that's incredible. Oop. Oh, and who's that with you? What's the name of your...
This is Jiffy. She is my service dog. She's a yellow lab, and she is my right-hand girl, Danielle.
Oh, she's adorable. I love her. Is that a leopard? Is that a leopard? handkerchief on her?
It is a candy corn handkerchief.
Oh, candy corn for Halloween. That's incredible.
So she's dressed for the season.
Aw, very festive, very festive. Abby, is there anything else that you would like to share with our audience and what Agape is doing, or any final thoughts or things on your heart that you want people to know about Agape?
I just want to thank everyone for their continued support, and I'd like to just send another special shout out to the United Way for all that you do for our local community. Agape would not be where we are today without our community and without the support of other nonprofits and agencies in our local counties. So thank you.
It truly does take a village, and I think with
it really does, Danielle.
Yeah, with everyone working together and doing their part, and following those passions that we all have, I think we can all meet the needs of this community in a very powerful and impactful way. So, Abby, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for bearing with us through our technical snafu this morning.
Not a problem. My pleasure.
Well, thank you, Abby. And thanks again to Eileen and Carla, and also our ladies behind the scenes, Jaden and Bree, for helping us facilitate this beautiful tour of the current building and the future that is to come with Agape. We thank you for all your hard work and all of your efforts. So thank you, Abby. You have a great day, and I'm sure we'll be talking soon.
Thank you. You too, Danielle.
So that about wraps up our programming for this live stream, our basic and emergency needs. I did want to remind everyone that this is our day of giving. And if you have the opportunity and you have the means, please consider making a gift. Just a $50 gift will provide a family of 4 with a month's worth of nutritious meals. It answers that basic need in our community. Food insecurities were really high during the pandemic, and so this was definitely a need that we saw, and one that Agape fully answered and does and continues to answer with our Fresh Express program every Thursday. So we thank them for that, and all of the organizations that are working to meet the basic needs of our incredible region. I also want to take time to, let's see if I can get this to work. I am a little cagey about all that we've gone through this morning with our technical stuff. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the first time that I'm checking our fundraising thermometer to see how we're doing. I'm going to share this with you guys in just a moment, as long as I can get it working. You guys, we had a goal of $6,000. We're at 7,038. I think 7,000 was supposed to be our stretch goal. What are we supposed? Okay, get it together. We can do this. Oh my gosh, I'm blown away. It's 8 a.m. No, excuse me. Well, it was 8 a.m. It's now 9:25. Well, thank you, James. Thank you, Kathleen Lynn. Thank you, Samantha. That's my sister. Shout out to my sister. Thank you, Chris. Ron, thank you so much for your contribution. So we go. Ron Court, Ronald Flick. You guys, thank you so much. We absolutely nailed our matching gift, which was another $1,500. So that's $1,500 on top of this 7,000. We also had a private donor also contribute another $1,000. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm literally blown away by your generosity and blown away by your contributions. Oh, thanks, Colleen. I saw you just commented. I'm like tickled pink. We're working through the live streams, and then you come back to the totals and like, woo, everybody's just been oh my gosh, doing the good work of the community. So thank you. We will be back at noon. Apparently they did a reset for our live stream, so we should be on time this time, and the links that you had before should work. Fingers crossed. Colleen was with me in the throes of trying to get all this to work. She hung in there with me, so thank you, Colleen. Thank you, everyone. But best laid plans. We had tech rehearsals. We had everything ready to go. We signed on early, and wah wah. But here we are, and oh my gosh, you guys, you're blowing me away. So thank you. And we will be back at noon with our Olivia Oden, our stigma reduction and education specialist for our United in Recovery program. And we will also have Ben Gonzalez, a Geisinger Fellow, joining us for that conversation. And we'll be sharing more about our health and wellness initiatives. And you'll be hearing from our partner agency, EOS Therapeutic Riding Center, and the good work that they're doing in the community. So stay tuned and join us at noon. Grab your lunch. I certainly need my coffee for this morning. So thank you all. And we will see you at noon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and enjoy this moment. Enjoy this celebration. Thank you for making things happen in this community. You guys are superstars. Thank you. Bye-bye.